Hello, hello, hello. Everything seems to be working. How are we all doing? Good to see you. Thought I'd put some beats on in the background. Have a little bit of music going today. Don't know what Chinook's done. Just wanted to say hello. It's like he's actually, I was going to say he's had a shave, but it looks like he's actually died. He's not looking as red as normal. Maybe it's because he doesn't have the full Kubota outfit on. Whatever it is, there he is, looking a bit different. Good evening. Hopefully my camera looks to be working just fine. No flickering. I'm all in one place. I fixed it straight after the stream last week. Like I said, it was as simple as having to plug the camera right into the back of the monitor. I've moved that camera too. That looks a bit better. I wonder why I wasn't quite centered. I've been busy getting all of this all sorted out, so we can build some more Lego. I've got the well, not Lego, not Lego. We've got the manual down here for the CLAAS Dominator, and I've got everything all set up over to the side. So I have my tray of goodies all ready to go. I haven't actually opened the bag up yet. That was a bit of a faux pas on my part, but we can do that when we get into it. But we'll get started on a little bit of farm work first. But that is the plan. We're going to do a little bit of that. So back on Nulla Creek, everything seems to be going pretty well with the server. I have skipped forward a wee bit. We're at the stage where there's not actually much to do with our crops. It was either skip forward a couple of months to get into harvest, because these fields are still growing. It does show the grass is being harvestable, but it's actually only stage 3 or 4, so we want to let that grow another bit longer. So instead, we've got a couple of contracts to do. Tate is joining us. He's just running down there with the combine. Field 61, which is canola, and then we've got one over here on 53, which is oats. So we could always run both combines down if we wanted to. So that's kind of the plan. That's what we're going to do tonight, as well as build some blocks, build some bricks. So let's go find the truck. I'm going to grab that and run these 3 big trailers down. See if we can get down there without too many dramas and see how we go. But welcome along. Good evening, everyone. Pleasure to have you here tonight. Turn that down a little bit so I don't deafen myself. Hopefully it's good volume for you guys. Right. Now this truck is twitchy, as we've found. I don't know if we're going to keep it. I'm kind of thinking it's almost a little bit too much aggressive, but responsive might be the correct word. We'll have a look. Right. Put into there. But let's, just before we do start driving, I'm going to say hello to everyone who's in chat. So Edsy, good evening, mate. Welcome along. Big Diesel's here. Howdy, mate. Good to see you. Good to have you here. Darren, it's been a while. It has been a while. Welcome along, my friend. Welcome. See you as well. Pity, good evening to you. Welcome along. Yoran's tuning in. How are you, mate? Good to have you here. Hey, Chinook. How you doing? He's responding to my comments about him standing right in my face, I imagine. Now, I'm not sure whether that, I think we ran into problems with that fent, which Chinook is just hopping into. I wonder, does this trailer, we probably do have another hitch on here. I wonder if we hitch that header trailer up onto the back of here. We've got a hitch on the back of this one? We do. Let's see if we can hook that header up onto there. Chinook doesn't have to run that down, because I know it's pretty problematic to do. Otherwise, we do have the service truck here. Could run it down on that, which would be a bit quicker. Let's see if actually, that might be the better option. You can do it with that. Alright. Hey, Ollie, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. Welcome along. It's been a wee while since I've seen you on a stream, too. Because you're flat out studying for exams and that, are you, at the moment? Oh, we got Hyper here, too. Hyper can take a header down for us. Be a plan. Alright, let's take a look here. Make sure we can hook up to it. I don't know if we're going to be able to. Need to let us? Oh, it does. Alright, there we go. So Hyper can run that down. Chinook's got the combine. We've got the truck. Let's get into it. And g'day Aussie Dan, good to see you, mate. Welcome along. I've got Hyper here, who we've just seen in person as well, in virtual person as well. Now, before I go any further, let's figure out where we're going. So, yep, straight through here. down to the T, going to hang a right, and we snake down over this, past that row of fields, through the river again, and then the fields there on our right. Okay, wish me luck. Let's see if we can make it there. Mrs. Prof, how you doing? Good to see you. No more flickering Arxie is good. I know, I was worried I was going to trigger some people with the way I was flickering, so pleased to get that resolved. Yeah, it was as I thought it might be. It's just as simple as having to plug directly into my PC rather than via the USB hub. Although I'm 99% sure before I unplugged all my computer and took it away for the cultivator event that I was plugged in through the hub as well. So I don't know. Don't know whether that's the actual issue or not. Anyhow, we have a solution, which is good. Okay, Ford Ag Solutions in the house. How you doing, mate? Good to see you. Just started a CLAAS farm on Sudbury, Ontario. Found yourself a Gearinghoff 60-foot corn header and CLAAS leaks in 8800. Works like a top. Nice. Like a good setup. I haven't actually had a look at FSG's video on Sudbury, but by all accounts it's a pretty impressive looking map, so I'll have to jump in and take a look at that. Mutant Gaming, how you doing? Good morning to you. Welcome along. Scott, kia ora, mate. Good to see you. These single dump trailers, these are just the Mantrid ones on ModHub. So you can configure them either as a single or a double. So I've got them configured as a single because then it works better with auto drive and things like that. So yeah, it's just actually straight off ModHub. There's a meaning to madness. Yet to figure out what the meaning to madness is, Chinook, but don't change. Don't change. Alright. Trying to read chat and drive at the same time is not the best thing. We'll get there. Good morning, Mark. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Ryan Goebel tuning in. Gosh, we have a full house right from the off, which is nice. Good to see you all. Working from home, loving your internet connection so far, back to fibre optic. Oh, nice. Nice. Now I need to concentrate on this bit because this goes down into the heart of the river. The good thing with these trucks is they've got a rear steer axle, so you get a big road train like this. Just watch how it follows around this. Not a care in the world. Fantastic. So you can run them on narrow roads or narrow bridges or anything like that, and you don't have to worry too much about your turning circle. Foggy down here in the valley. It's got a rain forecast for 11 AM, so we might have to, a little bit later on, skip a little bit more time forward. Not me to hang around. But it will be coming. How you doing, Jason? Good to see you. I see everyone's starting to slowly sort out their usernames. I don't know who's been changing them or who had them set up similar to their profile name, but it's good to start actually starting to figure out who's who. Spudman, g'day, welcome along. Wilso Gaming's here, g'day. Bovine is also here. Good to see you, mate. This map's good. It's not bad, eh, Wilso? Not bad at all. Can we be running in the background tonight, Craig? You've got a meeting in Sweden. Like, just the whole of Sweden's tuning in? You're just casually on the phone to Sweden. Broadcasting into millions of channels right now, millions of TVs. Leopard Tate, g'day. Good to see you. I'm guessing, is that you, Tate? I'll figure out now. This is not one you'd want to go off, is it? It's a tricky little bridge. Indeed it is. Alright, there we go. Oh, what have I got caught on? Oh, it's a big boulder there. Oh, I couldn't see it. Couldn't see it for the fog. All the bad eyesight. Just need some adjustments to pricing and some silos, because in the updated version you worked on, you stuff you'd like. I don't know if I'll actually get a chance to play on it, to be honest, so thanks for the offer. I need to watch FSG's video and take a look at it. It's always the case, you just don't get the chance to play on as many maps as you'd like, right? Particularly because I haven't been playing as much lately either, so that kind of is a bit of a factor. Now, I think, all going to plan, this is the field here on our right. But not too far to get here. Too long a drive. Tate, though, is 87% full, so I reckon we need, well, we're going to have to go and unload him. Around the field, is he? Let's have a look. Coming down that middle part, so I think what we might just do, might take use of this field on our right. Run down and do this, and then I wonder if we need to go and bring a chaser bin down as well. So we can keep the combine moving for now. Tinky Winky, good afternoon from Thailand, good afternoon, good evening from New Zealand. Nice to have you here. Chase bin with the oat, could do the higher yield. One of the, I think is that this field we're selling at literally the silos over the road, which is kind of handy. Not having run too far, it's good. Alright. It's funny, after someone said to me after we set these farms up that, the lag spike there, is it? Oh, saving. Let's see. What do I save? That the AF11's not coming into Aussie, but the New Holland NH11 will be there, so we're kind of a little bit of an outlier here, but I've actually seen a few posts on Facebook of people with the AF10 recently into Aussie, so not completely crazy. Our choices of combines. Jason, you're saying Sudbury's one of those maps you'd wish you bought a PC and not a PlayStation 5 for. I will definitely have to have a look at it then. Alright, is that Tate? That's Tate. It's about empty, so we'll leave him. We'll come back down here. There is Chinook. He's got a combine. There's the other header here as well. Alright, so there's everything pretty much up and going for those guys. We'll open all the tarps on these trailers. Go, that's them all done. Alright, leave that there. Alright, not getting that sorted out. Right, now, because we've got a few extra hands. I didn't expect so many to be on the server tonight. I wonder what else we can do. Can't really take on any other contracts at this stage. There's a ploughing one, but we don't really want to be doing those. There's a couple of cultivating ones. I don't want to be too bad because it's pretty close. Where's field 2? Pretty close to the farm if I'm not mistaken. Just up there, but right, go and sort out the chaser. Let's squeeze this. Which tractor should we take? This is 32 kilometers. Challenge is 31. We'll take the case, and the main reason is I think steering this at speed will be a little bit more safe than running the twin track at speed, because that is twitchy and I'll end up with it in places I shouldn't. Alright, there we go. You like the road train, Ryan? Worked out pretty well, I thought. Worked out pretty well. Okay. Oops. Here we go. Out this way. Some flashes on. Safety first. Let's jump into cab. It's a little sojourn down the road. See how that goes. Pity you PC's not powerful enough to play this. Need 32 gig of RAM. Only got 16. I know, Scott. That is literally about the only downside I've found. Even my PC, like, I haven't had texture issues for a while, but definitely been getting it on this map. Look at the screens. Or don't, as the case may be, because they look terrible. Right. Like, didn't enjoy Nulla, just wish the town had a little bit more life to it. Parked cars, pedestrians. That's a fair comment. Fair comment. Drinks with umbrellas in them, what's that for? Oh, off to Honolulu from Auckland on Saturday. Nice. That's fun. OF11 has New Holland's always been the twin rotor supplier market, not big enough to run two models the same in the same dealerships. Makes sense. Makes complete sense, Jason. It's only because I still don't think case CNH obviously, but I think a case of New Holland being the same brands. Hey, MT Case and Farmer, how you doing? Greetings from Finland. Well, greetings from New Zealand. Hope you're doing well. Nice to have you here. Ryan's back, straight back to Borderlands. Re-sequel. Nice one. Enjoy. Alright. Get down there and then we'll start seeing if we can, if we can jack a combine off someone so we can drive some straight lines and start building our own combine. You're starting to get a new message for me. Okay. It's gonna read what you said, Jason. I'll wait. Wait until you've reworded it. Alright, I had I was saying to last week, I had a wonderful, wonderful Saturday down in Wellington. Spent catching up with a good friend of the channel and fellow some content creator, someone who's been around for a long time. Scott Freeforall. Went down on Saturday morning, showed him around Wellington, showed him the sights and sounds. Thank you, Chinook. Took him down and along the waterfront, showed him our parliament. So, it was kind of funny in some regards for him to be able to basically stand at the front steps for our national government compared to what security would be like elsewhere in the world. Last week we went up and down the cable car up into Botanic Gardens. Did a very speedy tour of Te Papa, which is the National Museum. And then went out and grabbed a bite to eat for lunch. Or I had to shoot back home, back to my brother's 40th. So it was great to catch up with him. Always one of those things, like you wonder if when you're going to meet someone you've met through the channel for the first time, how it's going to be. Is it going to be awkward? Are you going to be comfortable? Literally felt like I'd known him for years. It's great. It's good fun. And he's now having the fun of touring the South Island and checking out some sights and sounds. So if you're not on his Discord, go and check it out. He's got an Instagram page where he's posting some cool photos of his time in New Zealand, videos and things like that. It just looks like he's having the best time. A great advertisement for coming to visit New Zealand. With the added bonus, you might be able to catch up with me, if that's a bonus or not. In fact, Chinook, he was talking about Auckland next weekend. You were about, I think he'd been messaging or messaged you once or twice about it, so I know it might be a bit hard with the young one and work, but you can find the time. Highly recommend it. Alright. you're starting to get merging of dealerships can now buy a red or blue yellow machine at the same store. So we've had that a little bit here. Our New Holland dealer locally was through a wholesaler, effectively, franchise that had the license to it, and they also did Kubota and other equipment. And now that they're merged, the Case dealer's taken on the New Holland as well. So a bit of a transition there. Right. Let's go find these combines. Here comes one. It's a Tate machine. Come on, you can just unload into the truck, Tate. Where's the Chinook mobile? On the other side of the field. Take the Fent. Right, I'll do that. Oh, Chinook's opted out of it already. I see. It's stationary. Alright, there we go. We'll park this here. Someone can jump in and make themselves useful grain cart. So, go. Right. So the combo over the side. This looks floating around. Right. Get that pack powered up. Grab a line. Put on our cruise control. Now, this is one thing I don't like because we're running the multiple cruise control. It's a bit hard to do. Right. Cheers, everyone. Do you know, 20 minutes in, I haven't even had a sip of my whiskey this evening. Right. I need time to get away. Yeah, I figured you would. Right. Do you know, all this talk of the auroras this week and today with the big storms that have come off the sun in the last 24 hours, and it's currently cats and dogs outside at our place. Not a show of actually seeing any auroras at the moment, which is kind of a shame. Right. I'm putting that down there. Now pressing a reset button on, let's see. All right, let's have a go. Let's see what we can do here. You're naturally awkward, Bo. Not at all, not at all. Alright, so instructions are sorted there. I'm just gonna make some rustling noise and rip these other bags open. Get them suitably distributed. Let's see if we can press the right button to get that unloading. There we go. Plastic takeaway containers, ASMR plastic takeaway containers make the best little Lego things. Best holders for Lego when you're building. Alright, there we go. Sort out the end of this first. Gosh, that Orca's only just long enough with this header, isn't it? Only just. We're empty. Ah, no worries, Hyper. Right. Keep that going. It'll fill up pretty quick. What's the capacity on that? It's a third full. Yeah. No, not quite a third full. That must be about 45,000 litres. Be about right, wouldn't it? 45 tonne. Isn't it funny, these guys are, you know, catching up with Lego and have gone down the plastic route while Lego's doing the environmentally friendly, not Lego, not plastic anymore, it's paper. Exclamation mark build, and it's all yours, Bo. I even set that up to make sure it was working before the stream. They can go in here. Focus on what we're doing here. Right. We'll wander, and we might as well start from the other side of the field. Work back towards where Tate's working. Already a third of the way through this. Bonkers. Crazy. Alright. This is the big packet. Big one. All the big bits. I found out just recently that Mighty Ape in New Zealand are now selling this brand, so you can actually buy this set directly in New Zealand. Without having to import it direct like I had to. You can buy it from a New Zealand retailer, which is kind of cool. Although I'm sure the price is gone. I'm sure I didn't pay the price that they have it listed for, so it'd be worth keeping an eye out and seeing if there's a benefit to buying it direct. Okie dokie. Is everything open? Man, it feels like a long time ago since we last did this. What stops you doing farm sim? It's out of the way. Let's have a go. Let's see. As if we do this. Right, there we go. But hard to see. I'm trying to decide, is it better... Not that one. That was me. Light on or light off? Might actually be easier to see. Light off, right? You see the manual? So now I need to familiarise myself with which packets all the pieces came out of. Is that one? No, it's 15. It's even longer. Must be that one. It is. So this set has 2 remote controls, and I think it's got 6 motors in it. I'm typing in chat. Oh, what do we got? So 50, we're pretty much 50%. We can get up and back. in a load. All right. How the hands looking? It's been a while. Going off, I've got a chance as a hand model somewhere in the world. Rolex, if you're ever looking for someone to show off your latest watch, then feel free to, sorry, timepiece, to get the lingo right. If you're looking for someone for your latest timepiece, hit me up. DMs are open. Let me tag Hoya. Better than the Samsung smartwatch, wouldn't it? Samsung, look at that, free marketing. That smartwatch. Alright. One down. I dare not even look at how many categories of instructions there are for this. Shall we? Should we go to the very back of the page? This book on its own gets up to D181. Look at how thick it is. It's 2 bits of Lego thick. Can't beat the old G-Shock. Rex, you downloaded the mods for this. Is the mods highlighted orange mean I don't have them downloaded? Yeah, they'll say unavailable or available via mod hub. The best way to download them, if you only tried to do them using mod hub, your better bet is to go to the link in Discord, which we pinned at the top of the channel for Nulla Creek, and download them that way. That way you download them from the server, because there's mods, and a prime example is this chaser bin here, the Barber Engineering chaser wagon. That is not a mod hub mod, so there's a few things that you might not find on mod hub. Definitely worth getting those that way. Not from Discord, but Discord. Chinook. It's pretty logging in. Waiting for the beep. Will we get a beep at the end? Tell me to turn around. There it is. Right. I've just lost the Samsung account. What are you talking about? To pick up some cultivating contracts, we could, if someone wants to. Don't know what ones there are to do. We'll have to have a look. Yeah, first hub already. I don't know whether we're building. It actually shows you at the front of the book. The book's really cool too, by the way. Some nice photos of the combine. You can actually download an app to remote control it. Shows you basically what you can do. Power it on. You can open the hopper. Tells you about the Dominator. Tells you about the Designer. Tells you about all the batteries and how they all work. And then there you go. So we're basically building that part there out of this book, or out of these bags. Sorry, 1, 2, 3 to D. So by the time we've got to the end of this book, we'll be up to that, and then we're going to have 5, 6, 7 to do. So there's a lot still to go. Understandably so. Right. How much RAM have you got, Yarn? If you're only running 16 gig of RAM, it will probably crash, which is the unfortunate part about this map. Okay, now if I'm doing this correctly, that goes there. This one goes here, so this must be the steering axles at the back. So they are designed to twist and turn. This is where those 15s come into play. Go. What a class act, Jawdog. You're doing pretty well to have the Jawdog NZ handle, mate. Tag Heuer being better than a Samsung smartwatch. Oh, I see. See, I said that before I then said to Samsung, I've got to cover your bases. Got to cover your bases. How are you, Jaw? You a good day, mate? Still reveling in our first ever Red Sec victory last night, are you? Telling everyone about it today. What's a class? This is a class. Here you go, making this combine. What's a combine, you say? A combine is what I'm driving at the moment, but this is a Fent. Next upgrade's extra RAM, yeah. Unfortunately, it sounds like it is Yarn. Unfortunately, it sounds like it is. So yeah, it's a big combine. It's remote controlled. It's very cool. Right, so oh, what have I missed? There's 7 of those. Goodness. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, my monster's gone dark. Go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Yeah, you're alright. Does the wife know I brought this? She does indeed, Josh. She just walked past, so... She didn't before, and she does now. You were dead, and you were. Hey Elder, how you doing, mate? Good to see you. It goes there, there, right through there. Okay, it's $300 here in the Jawdog box. What are light guns for the TV? What are light guns for the TV? I don't even know what they are. We see all 4,567 pieces installed during the streams. That's the plan, Dr. Fish. That is the plan. Might have to do a few extra streams. Might do a few extra streams. This map is fantastic for doing it on though, because it's big fields. So I can get in a field like this with a combine and just set sail. And we're doing just fine. Right. So those bits all done. Ugh. Ah, like point. Ah, can you still get those? Is it like a standalone? Like a new version of it, or did you get like an old school one? That's pretty cool. How could she be annoyed at that? Load up the case on a low loader, bring the cultivator with another tractor. We haven't actually got... I mean, she got a low loader. That's a good point. We'll take on a harvesting contract. Alright. The one thing I can't do with this is get my microphone in quite the right spot. Okay, 1, 2. You still got the quad track to build. So all my ag stuff's actually currently in a box. Since we had the dog, I haven't been able to have any of my Lego. I have as much of my Lego out. Invisible display. Sweet. Right. Uses AI in the gun so you don't need to set up stuff on your TV anymore. Ah. That's pretty cool. Video to Discord to look at later if you're interested. Yeah, I'll check it out, mate. And we'll check it out. Alright, so that's all of those bits and pieces done. That's right, so now I just need that and that. Five. It's a 4. Now 4 and 3. It's us. This should clip on top of here. There we go. So that'll have a cog which will activate the steering. Right. What's that? Good. Mm-hmm. Right. 2 to 3 weeks. To be fair, the challenge is actually faster. It's the fastest of the tractors. So why not have the horsepower for it? Is that the case? Right, gears. 1 and 2 of those. A 8-bar rod with the lug on the end. 1 of these. Alright. Am I streaming on multiple platforms? Negative. Just the YouTubes tonight. I haven't actually haven't streamed on any other platforms. Thought about it, but not really had the time or inclination to set it up. Right, something's not quite right here because what have I got wrong? That black bit's meant I've completely missed a piece. Bother. Where did I do that? How come I see you answer chat questions that I don't see then? Maybe have a look at up the top, whether you've got all chat, live chat, top chat. Possibly. Or it's the in-game chat, which you probably can't read on your screen, which pops up on screen, and I'm talking to people about that. Those who are on the server with me. Might be that. Right, let's go back and... It's no good on making mistakes already, I missed that step there. What a start. So I go right back. That goes on and then those go on top. So I need to pull all of these out. And this combine's struggling up the hill. I need an unload too. At least I made this discovery now. Just in time. So what piece goes on top of there? Ah, that's where I went wrong. I put it on the back and it was meant to go on top. Jump the gun. I bet you there's one goes on the back later. Right. That is a thing, Jaw. That is a thing. So that goes on there, and then now I do this. Skip the hole. Skip. Skip. Right, so that must be done. Done. It goes up on top of there. Now we're cooking. This makes a bit more sense. That through like that. Through like that. What I'll need to do is... I need to adjust this. It should be square. Turn around first. There we go, so that'll get Tate can run down that one, and then I think we've got 2 passes down this end. We'll do an up and back. And then we're done. Motored through this. These 50 foot headers? No, HD 50 aren't they? Or FD 250. Flex Draper. Alright, now I need to try and get this all squared up when it's in that position. Looks pretty good there. There we go. I reckon that's pretty true. Pretty good to me. As good as it's going to get anyhow. Wheel alignment by eye. Okay. Let's keep going. See how far I can move that mic before it goes quite a way until it's in the camera. Okay, that's good to know. Next up, two of those. Interesting looking little pieces. Must be that. Maybe the other one will be in this tray somewhere too. Has the other combine got a longer auger? Is it easier to unload than this one? Which it is. Is it meant to be tight through there? Put the wrong piece on that side though. That's not meant to be a free spinning. It's meant to be a double-ended one. Oh. No, it's meant to be a free one. Oh, it's free the other way. She makes it easier to line up though. You're in the ugly case. As you are. See that now? Tate's gone to do some fertilizing. I mean, I don't mind swapping with you. I don't mind running the case. I don't mind running the case at all. Thank you for the reminder, Dr. Fish. Been a bit embarrassing. So it sits up there like that, and then that gets that. That on. Which I'm a little bit confused as to why this does that. It must be turned from this way, and that must just be a support, a hanger bracket. Yeah, we're all done, Chinook. Hack it up, move on to the next one. At least there's no water. Not around here. There's water on the map. Man, there are some funky pieces in this collection. Most pronounced casein. Oh, nice, Rex. I'm glad you found those. Nice to hear that helped. Okay, so that's that. It goes that way. Correct, it does. Well done, Argsy. Look at how many of these little camera. This is the camera. I'm gonna focus on those other little you know how many there are. Hundreds of them in there. Many of the 4,500 pieces. Casein. I can't remember you reminding her about that. Oh, I'm a bit disappointed. bit disappointed that you see, look at these funky one. That's a fun piece. Alright, end of the row. You're done. Now, my $1 million question is, can we, from here to here, which is, well, literally that road and right. I reckon we can do it without, oh, there's train track. No, there's a crossing there. I reckon I can do it without taking the header off. I think I managed to hold the header though. I'll do that. Back into this for a touch. At least these folding headers mean they don't have to worry about a header trailer being left in the field. So this is the Australian way, but these trees... Oh no, we're okay. You've been pronouncing it, Kason. Proper, I was going to say proper farming convoy, but I'm just going back to this header too. Oh, that's a treat. Wasn't watching that. Just kind of grooving along to the music there for a second. Yeah, these small trees are going to be the death of me here. Ooh. I'm almost there. Almost at the crossing. Right, there we go. Incoming. Nope. Go. So contract 1 is 80% done. It'll just be the cost to go and sell that. Is it too far away? This one's a little bit further taken. Gosh, we actually filled that truck up 150,000 litres. Now it's this field on the left. Is that the right one? No, further yet. Around. And off to the left. Thank you everyone for joining. Hope you're having a good week so far. This hump day, we are halfway through the week. 2 days of work left. Full of site meetings and site inspections for me tomorrow. It's kind of nice. This doesn't actually look like the formal entrance field, but make it work. Bit of an interesting field actually, the way it goes up the side of the hill. Cool. Tree, not so cool. Alright, we'll just dance across these few bushes here. Neighbour's field's harvested, so that's all good. Alright, let's rip into it. Boom. So just double check it's not going into storage for the train. Pretty sure that sell point. Just have a look. There's two triggers. One's the Grain West Silo and the other's the Grain West Sales. Alright, where I can go. Let's jump back in here. I'm just putting this piece together. Like that. How is the weather here? We had a couple of, like, the weekend was absolutely gorgeous. And the last few days have been really nice, but just tonight it has got cold and it's raining. So it's kind of turned a little bit. But I don't think it's meant to be very long-lived. Although I'm absolutely gutted because this coronal mass ejection that the sun has produced in the past few hours or past few days is meant to be an absolute boomer. And we might miss out on it, which would be a shame. So. Hey Yos, how are you? Hello cultivator. It's two through there. Alright, there we go. That's selling 86%. What is whiskey pairing tonight? Dr. Fish, this is the Pocono whiskey. I'm trying to remember now whether it's Discovery or Revelation. And I can't tell you, but it's one of the Pocono ones. It's very nice. I do like my Kiwi whiskies. We have another one of these things to make, which makes sense. Well, we figured it out anyhow, that's the main thing. It's going in the right one. Those and those. Change the scenery for a bit. I love this combine because it's the steering wheel free version. It uses the joystick on the seat, which is pretty cool. The ideal 10T. Now, I'm intrigued with some opinions and thoughts from your it's not the right piece, is it? It's too short. I've been giving my map some more thought. So obviously I haven't made as much progress on it as I would have liked to have in the past month or 6 weeks. Just like everything, time has been precious and it has not been given the time that it needs to be finished. I was thinking about it the other day. I think the biggest block on it at the moment is the custom buildings I want to put on it. Sell points, the fuel stations, just some of those bits and pieces that'll really give the map its uniqueness. And so I was thinking the other day, thought, what if I was just to do it with just some base game, just in the first instance. That was clever, it went around the corner on its own. Oh, not right round. Just the base game, like garage, sell points, some of the fuel stations, those kind of things. What if I was to put some of those on just to be able to get the map to a point where it could be released? And then thought more about doing the custom parts as a kind of future update where it would replace it. Now the problem with that is I imagine any update is going to, that changes models and things, is going to require a fresh save for anyone. So I don't know, it was just a way I was thinking, how am I going to get out of this kind of rut I'm in where I'm not getting anywhere, actually get it to a point where people can play on it. That was my thoughts. I'd love to know what you guys think. If it's a good way to do it, whether I should wait. I don't know. Don't know. I mean, exactly that. Elder, exactly that. It can be updated at a later date. But just don't know. Right. Perfect timing, pity, because I am almost full. Pop that auger out. Yes. I'll throw some oats your way. So we did finish that contract, and it's obviously being claimed and paid out. That's good. Money, money, money. A lot of rain and wind coming tomorrow night, so you'll miss it too. Yeah, it's meant to be a good one too, though. And they're talking about it being in the similar vein to the Mother's Day ones last year. Should be pretty darn impressive to see again. Right, so this is A19 because this is the one that goes that way. It goes. It's not. It's supposed to be A19 because if I go like that, it matches. And it can go and straddle that. Alright. Does it not? Oh, it doesn't sit right down on it. Just sits higher. Ah, it is there. Okay, so I've got to put those spaces on first. Which are in which bundle of joy? This one here, this one. Here's another. Getting close to the end of this field. That on that side, and then this one must go on that side. Got another piece to do, which is that bit there. Right, here we go. Sure, when I discover which one it is, it'll be a revelation. That is very true. It's the truck holding in. Look at what you've got value-wise in Note Gear if I need a new safe. Right, we're going to open this field up because Chinook's going to come down that last headland pass because he's right up the top there. He'll get across and open the headlands up before we are in the poo. What we could actually do is unload into the truck while we're here though. ourselves turned around and do that, eh? Let's turn this header off. It was very close, so close that the crop sensor crop arm divider went through it. And we're touching it. Perception non-existent. Right, there we go. If it were update will require a new save, maybe it will look good in game buildings. Let's, yeah, I don't know. I'm going to do a some stage in the next week or so. I'm going to do a video. I've had a few people asking recently, which has what got me thinking about it. A few people just pondering how it's progressing. So I thought maybe doing a bit of an update would be a good idea, and could ponder that question at the same time. So I don't know. Had to do it a few times with servers, give you a chance to fix stuff up with landscaping. Mate, the map's going to be so good you don't need to landscape anything at all. Said no one ever. Alright. Let's keep going. I was scanning through how far I could get a little bit earlier, and there's a point where I'm going to need access. It's an autosave. I'm going to need access to one of the motors, so which one's going to come off? It's fine. So I was trying to figure out whether I was going to get that far through it tonight or not. Well, I might, but I don't think I will. There we go, so that all hangs. We've got our... Oh, so it's a rear... Ah, it's a... like a suspension linkage for the rear axle. That's pretty cool. That can all pivot. See, that's going to... Hands in the way. The way that'll hang will allow, when the frame's rigid, which is what I'm holding, I'll be able to go like that, and then we've still got the steering on it. Nice. I love little discoveries and figuring out how things work. It's very cool. No water hazards. Well, that's the other thing I want to do. Is I'm quite looking forward to some fishing in the river. That'll be kind of fun. Alright, there we go. Tell you what, this combine struggles up the hills with this header. When you get into these steeper ground. Now I need to turn that off. Turn auto drive on, turn the beacon off. Turn our flashes off as well. Here we go. Hazards, features, all the same. Alright, very good. Okay, let's park that there for a second. More of those. More of those. Two little stubbies. Where are the little stubbies? Got lots of those. Okay. Yeah, they are. So one of the contracts isn't working. That's strange. I can't offer any suggestions on why it wouldn't be working. Ah, is it? It's the adjustable one that can weed too. Did you bring the... I don't know if that'll work as a cultivator. That might be the problem. You're using that. It will depend how it's might depend how it's configured. That could be the issue. Might be the tool. can't remember whether I had it set up. I think I had it set up as mulching mode. That might be because we got it as a mulcher. Ooh. I had my eyes closed, Chinook. I was looking the other way. Never happened. Fish out the Aussie tractor. Oh, imagine if you could modify the mini fishing game to customise what it is you can fish up. In New Zealand it'd be old bicycles, shopping trolleys, and Aussie's tractor. Close your eyes. That's what I saw they did in the movies though, whenever they kiss. Always close their eyes. Okay, so that's all done. Good. Goes in there and holds those all together. Bonza. Nice. Toit. Like a toiger. Slide that over that. Alright, what do we got to? 23. Where was that motor? Oh, there it is. We're not far away. I reckon that might be our stopping point for tonight. That's a long way to go. What's the likelihood of having this done before the end of the year? I actually scared myself when I went and pulled this down out of the cupboard where I had it stored, as I actually realised how many other unbuilt boxes I had hidden away. It's an unhealthy obsession. Turning 4 miles up the hill. Struggling. The worst things, exactly, and they cost more and you don't get anything out of them. Oh, you know what game we should play again tonight is Aussie a multimillionaire. I'll just check my lotto ticket. Did anyone win it? Is there any $45 million? We talked about it last week. It was 30 million. It's jackpotted again. Twice. It's $45 million tonight. Should make some good viral content by winning lotto live on TV, live on stream. Have a good one, Bo. Good to see you, mate. Sleep well. I'll get you on this server one day. When are you, when's Tool? Is that this week? Is Tool this week? Metallica in 2 weeks' time? Can't be too far away. Alright. Let's play the Did Aussie's Win Lotto game. Hope to see you. start checking that in a second. Don't think your laptop can handle it. Nah, it's valid. I have to share if I win. I'll share it, just not saying with who. Not saying who with. Alright, let's have a look. Let's see here. Luck. I'm going to do it this way so you can see. 30. Oh, we're only good on F. We need another line. Nah. We're F'd. Didn't even get the third number. Oh. No, that's a low digit. Go on 22 or 24. Nah. Yeah. This. Not a winning ticket. Better luck next time. Did anyone win? My big question. No, Powerball rolls over a record $55 million must be won draw on the weekend. That is ridiculous. You flat out trying to win an argument, let alone the lotto. Tools 20 seconds Saturday after Metallica on the way. Ah, okay. Oh, Metallica's first. Alright. There you go. Learned something. Okay. We'll get on to this, a little assembly. I like it when they're bits like this, which are white, because they're always easy. If it's quite a contrasting colour, they're easy to find. See, there was only 2 white bits. That one was easy to pick up. Must be a 4, is it? Is it 4? It's a 4. It's a 5. For those pieces. Where's our little yellow gear? There's that. Bigger. Yeah, must be that one. One of those. $1 question. I don't think I'm going to get back down, so we better unload here before we go any further. Oh, that's 4 bonus lines more than I got, Elder, so you're the winner tonight. Hey, Lone Star Farmer, how you doing? What are we building? We are building CLAAS Dominator 370 Combine Harvester. I think it's 1 to 17 scale or something. It's really big. It's quite big. We're right at the start. This has been sitting in the build cupboard for a long time. Finally time to extract it and get started. Only because we're on a nice big map, which makes it easy to do too. Right. When you smartwatch a 1 minute argument with the wife is the same as a 10-minute run. Is that basically telling you would have been better off going for a 10-minute run than arguing for a minute? Okay. Auto drive to get the tractor back home or to a certain position, I'm guessing. If anyone ever comes across an auto drive course for the whole map, I'm all for it. Feel free to share. That way around. Goes through there. Sure that's where that goes. Alright. How far do we get? Oh, 22. We would have made it back. It was 74. We've only just, but we would have made it back. Mods downloaded, trying to join. Nice, Rex. Here comes the rain too. I wonder if it's going to stop us harvesting. Does it affect contracts? Might have to accelerate time a little. Wasting you from saving you from wasting 9 whole minutes. Alright. One of them. One of them. The green bit, which is also easy to find. One of those. Alright, demonic skeletron. Where's the model from? If you type exclamation build in the chat, you will see exactly what it is. It's from a company called Decada, so there's the cover of it. But Eric Trax, who's the designer, he's built a lot of designed a lot of agricultural models using Lego, so he's a very well known master builder. Does make a lot of cool stuff. There's there. No, I need a 3. That one there. Alright. I'm intrigued as to what this is going to provide. What's that? Okay. Alright, where's my combining colleague? He's down that way. We'll leave him that block. Try to use a magic ball, 8-ball. Magic ball to ask if I would in an argument with the wife. It said I will, it lies. Try chat GPT next time, Chinook. Can't argue with AI. Don't let DJ see the combine, he'll want one too. Probably will. I'm surprised he hasn't got it actually. Is that what I want? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Oh, I wonder if this is like the threshing. This might be the thresher at the back. That's what this is. So the way that's now set up, that will be able to... It's some sort of shaking deck or something, isn't it? Threshing, I don't know. That goes around and moves this forward and back. It goes and sits up on top of here. Reckon I'm on something. Right way around? Is it the right way around? Right. Let's get whipped around. It's like we're not going to get penalised or anything. Contracts don't reduce the yield. We've got grass down by the cattle tape. Already got that sorted. Either side of the feedlot. So if you have a look, there's the other farm. if you haven't seen that already. It's a very top heavy piece. Alright, what's this funkiness? One, two, three, four of those, and two of those. Right. Let's have a look and see if there's any more contracts over this side of the map. Worth picking those up. Okay, that goes up that way, and those go on it that way. Surprised there's not something on there to space those out. Look like it though. Ah, these are clips. This is clever. You can see in the book there, they've actually got these little red clips as to hold the cables. I noticed that the other day when I was looking. So that's actually quite clever. Hey, see you, Tate. Thanks for helping, mate. Good to see you. Right. So we're into the point now. I wonder, got that to do with the motor, which then needs to put that in place. What I could do is pre-build that assembly, supports it, so next time. It's the one thing I do find easier doing off stream is getting those cables all routed properly. So I might just skip that part and do this part tonight, and then I can worry about doing the other bit later. Then I can focus on making sure I get that all in the right spot. 1, 2. Six, 15, 15. One, two, three, four. Now, who has seen? I know we've got a lot of Australians here. Who's seen the pasture simulator? Has got a demo out for it. Don't know if anyone played the beta of that. Basically, it's North Australian cattle ranching. So you're able to go out and basically fly a little helicopter or drive a side-by-side or a ute, pickup, whatever you want to call it, and do some cattle mustering. It's available on Steam. I think they released it yesterday. I was going to play it at some stage, but I want to give it a go first, and then maybe on the weekend we might see about doing a bit of a stream with it or something. We'll see. Seemed like a cool little game anyhow. the demo or beta, sorry, it wasn't a demo, the sort of beta alpha release that I have played was quite difficult, but I'm intrigued to see how much further they've advanced it since then. Hopefully a decent amount, because I think it's got a lot of potential. It could be a cool game. I'll catch you later, Ollie. Sleep well, mate. And all the best for your exams if you've got those coming up. Hayden, what am I building? I am building a CLAAS Dominator Combine. So, the front here, is it there? It's a 370 CLAAS Dominator. And if you want to find out more, !build will give you a link to where I got it from. Alright, what have we got? Like 2 passes left in here. Is I see Chinook's parking up. Let me finish it off. One, 2, and 3 of those across there. 2 of these go down there. These goes in there. Alright, last piece. No, actually, it's taken it. Okay. Alright, there we go. Now I wonder, as I just said, is there anything else down these ways? This is funny, cotton, and look at what equipment it shows us to use. Combine. Parsnips, sunflowers, what's that one? Red beet. Cotton, nah, nothing to do. 46 is a long way away from where we are. 3 is a long way away. It doesn't look like it. Looks like it might be a pack up and take it all home. Deal, I think. Then we're going to run this truck back down to Cell Point 2. Yeah, Cell Point. It's quite a way away, I think, this one. Have a look. Truck's not quite full. Contract is sitting at 80%, so happy with that. Okay, let's drop this header off. Now this one, I have problems with this combine towing this header, I think. If I recall correctly, it didn't work very well when I set the farm up. And I'll do that. Sure, this drawbar is not long enough. I don't know, maybe it was the other one that had the problem. That's not extendable on this, is it? Old header enabled straw swath. Just the header reel. Okay, I don't know. Looks like we're good to take it back anyhow. Now, where does this need to go? Right, let's just jump back into here. My, just park things on the Lego side at the moment. Just finish these last little bits and pieces off that I was doing. Sure I don't leave myself with a mess to sort out later. There we go. Right, I'll be able to remember where I got to. Okay. Bring my keyboard back up. Sorry. Bumping things. Right. Just going to create a bit of space here so I can focus a little bit more on the farm for a minute. Okay, so that load has to go all the way up here somewhere, I think. That contract have to go. Is going to Grain Corp. Not flashing, but I thought it was one of the ones up here. Ah, there we go. Yeah. Just couldn't see it. So that's done. As for contracts, we're out of harvesting contracts. So we will run this back up to the farm, and I think we need to go this way, up that way. So we'll try that, see how we go. It's going to be the quicker way rather than going around. Ooh, what do you reckon? Actually, I reckon we might go this way. Town. Across the top. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. Hey, Cher, how you doing? Good to see you. Rex, I hope you can get in. That'd be good to have you here. Oh, that's a tree. They don't move. Alright, let's get ourselves out of here. Put some beacons on. Some blinkers on. I think with this long header and everything, definitely going the other way back. So good idea. Right, Cher, good to see you. Hope you've had a good day. Hyper, what's the plan for the money we have in the server? More fields, or do we have some vehicles to pay off? So there's nothing to pay off. Everything's bought. The aim for the server is, at the moment, the aim is to fill up the feedlot and get to $20 million. So I figured we'd start with the equipment. We'd start with enough to be able to work with. And then people could decide whether we bought another field, made the farm bigger, bought extra equipment, make it more efficient. Bearing in mind, obviously, the more you spend, the more, what do you say, equity you've got, but the less cash. You know what I mean? So it's kind of a bit of a, I don't know. See what you think might be the best way to tackle it. Right, no train. Right, so we're going to go this way. How we get on? Explore the map. G'day Kiwi Sim Farmer, how you doing? Good to see my friend. Hope you've had a good stream this evening. Welcome. Nice to see you. Getting things organised for a band you're going to go see later. Nice. What's the band? I've heard of, or something a bit left field? I still hope that train's not coming, because that's a big angled crossing. It takes a wee while to get across. G'day Alan, how you doing? Good to see you. How's things in Portsmouth? Good to hear it. Good to hear it, Kiwi. I see you're on your crusade to get right-hand cars still on Kinley. You're a little short with you driving a left-handed Skoda, left-hand drive Skoda. Straight into the water. That's the kind of thing I'd do. Unintentionally. Hello, Nina. How are you? Good to see you. I see you had some visitors. Was it over the weekend? Last week? Yourself a new tractor driver? You seem to do very well. Natural, some would say. Alright, what are we doing? Why did I stop? Okay, catching up. You're going to Volbeat. And Yarn's a big fan of it. I'm not surprised, Yarn. You got your finger on the pulse with most music. You tried sinking the boat. I've seen the boat do some very interesting things thus far. I've seen it on the back of trains. I've seen it in the middle of the stream. I've seen boats on trailers, back of low bed trucks. I have to queue it up on Spotify and have a listen. They're on there. Even Sebastian's a fan too. Nice one. Didn't have anything else in the cultivator category for this contract. Ah well. Changing the weeder to tillage has worked. Cool. So that weed is set up as a mulcher hyper. We talked about getting just a big mulcher, because technically with our planting setup we should never actually have to do any tillage. The only cultivation we would have to do is ploughing periodically. I think I've got periodic ploughing turned on. And another reason why Chinook probably doesn't like the case, it seems to be a touch slower than this is. 25 miles per hour versus 27. Anything else to complain about? Yeah, no dramas. At least it works. That's the main thing. Considering it looks like you had to go all the way over the map before you work. Tractor survived. She did very well. You're impressed. I was trying to remember. Did she? I can't remember whether Mrs. CDP drove a Deutz at the Deutz Fair. I think she did. I think she went out and did it on another day. Mrs. Argsy did the same. She didn't do it the day we did it, but went out later when it was a bit quieter and no or not as many cameras floating around with content creators. Had to go then. On the school run with the kids. That's good. You're falling asleep driving this case. Must have the massaging seats turned on. What's your problem? Right, coming into town. We need to hang a left up here. I'm doing alright, Alan. Doing alright, thank you. You know, it's interesting you talk about kids. I came to the realization, because I've found it hard to make content the last wee while. I've been trying to think why it is. Is it because I'm not enjoying the game as much? Is it because I'm not invested in the series I'm doing? I'm trying to figure out what it is. And I was reflecting a little bit. So when I started doing this in 2020, my oldest was a 9. Yeah, he's born in 2011, so he was 9, and my youngest was only 7. And they were going to bed at 7:30 at night. And so Mrs. Argsy going to retire, she's an early sleeper too. I'd have the house pretty much to myself from 7:30, 8 o'clock. And that was easy to start recording at 8 o'clock, spend a couple of hours recording, be done by 10, go and edit, be in bed. But now, I'm hard pressed to get them out of the living room by 9 o'clock to be able to do my streams. I'm still up, you know, now they're 14 and 12, they're staying awake a bit later. Very big moth. And I only sort of occurred to me, I'd kind of realised that they were staying up later, but I didn't really realise and reflected on the fact that I was able to do this with a whole lot more time than what I can now. That's starting recording at 9, just that little bit tireder. When it gets 10:30 and you go, oh, it's still going. You know, you're enjoying playing the game, but just the whole talking, doing things other than, like, you know, this is just chit chat, this is easy, but just thinking through all the parts that you want to do for a series and making sure it's, you know, retains its realism or stays immersive. It gets hard to do it that late. And obviously I'm 5 years older than I was. I'm no spring chicken anymore. Oh, the 14-year-old's a bit like that at the moment, Mark. But I can guarantee if I started recording at 8, they'd be out here at 8:30 getting drinks and going to the kitchen or whatever. Generally being disruptive. All that, one of them, the younger one, would go and rile up the older one, and then they'd start arguing and chasing each other around the house. That was my trip. Share down to see Scott on Saturday. It was cool. I was talking about it a little bit earlier. Yeah, no, it was really cool. You know, you get those people who you know them and you've talked to them for a long time and you've never actually met them in person, and you just, you know, the first time you see them and you just hit it off and it feels like you've been mates forever. It was what it was like with Scott. It was very cool. Just, yeah, easy as. Really appreciated it. If you've just listened to Volbeat on YouTube Music, you'll be adding them to your playlist. I'm going to have to check that out. Well, see, the way it's going, Hyper, I'll build that. We are doing the shed as a gaming room. It's just having, again, time, commitment hasn't been there. So it's still a job. Still something we're going to do, but I can see the way it's going. It'll be, they'll want to be out there all the time, which will be just fine. I'll maybe be able to set up the spare room differently, or at least I'll be out of the house. Yeah, moving targets, that's right. Drink Red Bull. I don't need wings. I needed to win $45 million tonight, so I didn't have to go to work in the morning. You think that'll be me and you when we finally meet? Yeah, well, I hope so. I hope so. It's, you know, I was just saying to Sky actually on the weekend, I was like, it was exactly the same with FSG. And you just felt like you'd known the guy forever. Lock on the outside of the door rather than the inside. Not a bad idea. I know you're joking. I am too. Right, we're back. And you. Well, I've met you already though, Chinook. Oh, the truck's back. That's impressive. Okay, pity made us. Pity got back for us. Welcome back, that's back. We need a black vulture. We've got a black vulture. Someone better not have sold my black vulture. That is a darn good question. Where is my black vulture? Where's my yard tractor? Over at the cow farm. Phew. Migrated. Alright, too much pressure watching me back. My back that's in here. Feel all your eyes on me. Still not going very well. Skid steer with a trailer attachment on the front of it. Rocky, can't do anything straight. It's the biggest shed in the world. I think I'll be able to back into it alright, don't you? I didn't start off right, that one. Race. We can reverse there. Header and faster. Looks cheating. Alright, I'm just gonna leave mine there. it's in the shed. Well, the good thing about the rain is at least it's cleaned the combine off, right? Alright, there we go, 1.8 hours on it. Turned off. Lights. Alright, there we go. Made a bit of money. That one's completed, so we can complete that one. Good, good, good. Right. Parsnips with a combine. Spinach with a combine. Little field of lentils. There's nothing really worth doing. Don't get out of bed for less than 30 grand. Alright. $145,000 worth of prefab walls. Bad. Not bad if you wanted to do that. That baling one would actually be worth doing. See, Westfield 27 actually, that one's... Oh, we never bought a baler though, did we? No, we've only got the loading gut wagons. Oh, did I buy a baler? Baler? We do have a baler. Square baler. Oh, we can do that. Does it say what bales we can make? Right, round bales. Yeah. Alright, oh well. I'll leave that for someone else to do. Chinook's done. I can see it's here. You can see it's sticking out the wrong way, Chinook. Alright. Well, I think that's pretty good timing. Bang on 11 o'clock here. Pretty good timing to wrap up what we're doing tonight. So we're into May. Have a look at our fields, our growth. They are still growing. They should be, oops, go the other way. Should be fully fertilized. Those fields are well underway. We've got these ones over here. They're all fertilized except for 107. That needs a touch more fertilizer. They will show up as ready to harvest. Go and visit these. You see they're only stage 3 or 4, so we want to wait until June to get these mown. So we've got that to do, and we can start thinking about some cattle. Got the setup around the back. Is there any fertilizer in this? There is. That's why the vulture's around here. Where's this engine running? One's hopped on it and turned it on. But yeah, there we go. That's where the vulture is. A little bit of fertilizing to do there, and otherwise, it's really if you want to jump on and do some contracts before we roll over into the next month. So that will mean probably next time we'll be, unless the month turns over and someone does it, we'll have some grass to do. Otherwise, we'll be getting some cattle sorted out, so we'll see where we end up. But there we go. It's nice actually to get started on the Lego, or the not Lego, as the case may be. It's been sitting there for so long. And it's something we've talked about. So this map is just perfect to be able to get in and do some of that, building. So we'll carry on doing that over the next wee while. We'll see how we end up. Yeah. What's the plan on the weekend, you might ask? Well, we should be streaming on Sunday, all going to plan. Where that'll be from, I don't know. Probably from a multiplayer server somewhere, Saxingham, Echuria, Judas Plains, one of those. See what there is to do. And we'll jump into one of those. So if you want to join us on the weekend, do that. Otherwise, the servers are always here. They're always open. And they're all for you guys. So jump in and lend a hand and make use of them. Great to see more and more people using them. But yeah, that's going to do it for me. I think nothing else to say except you guys have a great rest of your week. Thank you all very much for joining tonight. It's been a pleasure to entertain you for the last couple of hours, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your week. Until then, we'll catch you again next time. Bye.